So we have this Maytag dishwasher installed about 4 years ago. It started out being quiet and then it got louder and louder, and now there's no avoiding it. I got to take it apart and figure out what's going on. But I'm going to run it one last time and record some of the noises so that if these are the noises yours is making, maybe whatever I find will help you out. Pretty normal start, the initial drain cycle. It starts getting noisy when the recirc pump starts going. It's probably a toothpick or a bobby pin or, part of a whole chicken. Who knows? We were at a friend's house and their dishwasher was so quiet, but listen to this thing. So definitely the sound's coming from underneath here. It might just be me, but watching a movie, listening to this all night kind of takes you out of the movie. I'm ready to take apart the inside of it to get at some of the filters and whatnot. I'm going to, of course, this just comes out and I'll show you how to get this out. But before I even get that far, I want to show you what I have ready. I have some nasty dog towels just to put down in case I need to mop something up. I have a wet dry vac. You don't necessarily need this, but I'm planning on sucking out any goo and grease and whatever might be in the trap there. If you do use one of these, make sure it's clean on the inside, because you get the dirt and the dust and the muck wet in there, then you get mud. It's so gross. So make sure the inside is as clean as you can get it before you get it wet. I got a work light, no big deal. I have a roll of paper towels. I know I'm gonna be sticking my fingers and stuff and gloves. Garbage can, of course, to toss the stuff in, and a kneeling pad because my knees are old. Just a gardening kneeling pad. Some water to shoot into the thing to break loose the goo. And I think that's it. This one's the easy one. Just lifts right out. I'm gonna leave this top one in. It's not really in the way at the moment. But this middle one, yeah, it'll be a lot easier if I don't have this here. Super easy to get out. It's kind of like a drawer in a file cabinet. You can use your fingers to lift this off, or just use your fingers. These clips are on there with little tabs. You can see little tabby things right there. You just kind of separate it like a jaw and it pops right off. This is what holds the drawer in so it doesn't slide out when you pull it out. But if they're not there, the drawer just pulls all the way out and you can set it aside. All right, now with the inside of the dishwasher accessible, we can put up a light. I'm gonna have to move the camera over here so we can see more. This is a T15 driver. We're gonna need this to get underneath here if we have to get that off, so I will set that aside. But the very first thing we can do is just get at this by squeezing that, lifting it off, and ooh, that's good stuff right there. Let's get that garbage can that I said I'd get. Maybe some paper towels to begin the goo removal. Did I mention that I'm not very good at this? All right. And we are going to take this spinny deal off, and wow, look at that. It's got lettuce or something all stuck around it. Yeah, it's good enough. Set that aside. Get the vacuum cleaner out. See what we shall see. I can't wait. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just grease buildup. Oh, it's so unappetizing. Oh, it's not what's making the noise, but it is certainly not helping anything either. Take these off. Those two in the back will be the, they're all the same screws. And these two in the back are gonna free up then this water channel that services the arm that we already removed. Now, I have not serviced this since we installed it, so it's my bad, it's my fault. I deserve everything that I'm having to go through right now. I think to do this, I'm going to take the vacuum cleaner and the spray bottle and try to break this loose and suck it up, just like the dentist. Here we go. Funny when I hear that, I think, and close. All right, let's take this little spinny doohickey out. Set that there. There are no obstructions here. That's a bummer. So far, we have not encountered anything that would cause the noise, because these screws on the top will actually release the assembly to drop it out like a transmission. You don't want to undo those. Not without a plan. So, shoot. Shoot. I mean, never say never. There is a slim but non-zero chance that there was something trapped in between that spinny bit and this this cowling. I don't think so, dude. I don't think so, brother. When you're tightening these, hey man, you're not sending astronauts to Mars. Just get it tight-ish. Slides right back in underneath there. See, oh, just like humans designed it, not aliens. All right, I love it. And then the 4 screws go back in. If you're not sure, you can actually use your power drill as a hand drill. Yeah, that was a little too tight even. You really don't want to strip these threads. All right, let's get the trays or the drawers back in. Man, I'm not a betting person, but I'll bet we didn't do a doggone thing for that noise. Yeah, guys, why didn't you remind me? I gotta put the little spinny thing back in. And the little catch-all filter. Those two things are really super easy to get out if you need to. All right, that spins freely and the filter's back in. All right, put the top rack in first. If you've ever put the drawers back in a filing cabinet, it's very similar. Line up the wheel on both sides. Oh boy, okay, come on. Yeah. Get them both fed on both sides. Like before, you kind of spread these. I like to put one on the bottom and spread the other side. And they snap right in. You can tell because the little nubbin is in the hole, and the same thing on the top and the bottom. And then there they are. Check it, make sure it comes in and out and stops. That's important. You don't want dishes on the floor. Great. In this one, there is a front and the back. So, you know, first time in, just be gentle. Does it close normally? Yep, then you probably did it right. If it doesn't close normally, you probably got something backwards. We're gonna run it again. We're gonna be only slightly disappointed that the noise isn't gone because we didn't find a chicken bone. But we'll be satisfied that we know what the problem isn't. As promised, the noise is exactly the same. Nothing we did improved the noise. However, it was still maintenance that needed to be done. Talking loud because the dishwasher is so gosh darn noisy. So we're gonna have to pull this out and get at the pumps and stuff underneath and see what we can see. Make sure it's off. A little bit of insulation, that's good. Now we can get at this. This will come out, make everything a little bit easier. Come on, there. Yeah. This is a front leak sensor. If that little tray fills up with the water, it will raise this little float and shut everything off. Especially if there's a problem with this front seal here. So that's pretty clever. Oh, come on. There we go. So, save that for later. That's good. I left myself lots of leash. There's that. Let's set this off. All right. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. And there's water in the line, but it's not siphoning out. Not until, you know, you at least want it to. In which case it'll go all over hell. Oh, yeah, now it's just dripping everywhere. Finally got it out. Disconnected that drain hose from the side access there. I had already disconnected the water hose, as you saw. That outlet back there is for the dishwasher plug right there. So there's no direct connect. It's just a plug. So perfectly great. This guy is ready now to head out to the garage. Got the dishwasher out in the garage, ready to work on it. As you remember, we took it apart from the inside. Didn't find anything in there. So we are going to tip this bad boy over and look at the bottom. Oh yeah, water. There are two motors of interest. This one and then this bigger guy. This one has a chopper blade in it. This one is a larger, much larger drive motor that operates with this filter that we'll get to in a second. But simply put, you don't have to disconnect anything at the moment. There is a wire here that you could disconnect if you wanted to, but you don't have to. There's a little tab here that if you push down, you can rotate this motor 90 degrees and lift it out, just like that. It's still connected to wires and everything. Some people have reported that their little chopper blades are busted off and this little ring is floating around in there making a bunch of noise. I was kind of expecting to see that on mine because it's really super noisy, but that chopper blade is still there. That is not what the problem is. Okay, continuing to look, let's take a look in that hole. Oh yeah, there's some goo in there. We're essentially going to take this motor off the bottom here, but in order to do that, we have to relieve it of some of its constraints here. There are two, I think they're T20s. Little bit of wiggle wiggle. Yeah, I like that. And now, I am going to loosen a couple of those screws so I can get at this guy. I'm going to remove these 2 bolts so that I can move this out and get this metal bar to just come this way a bit, so I can relieve this motor of its purchase here on the bottom there. And these are 8mm. One last thing to get this motor out. Little white round tab here. Pop that out. That's what's holding, that's what's in my way. Yeah. Now this should just rotate out. Also need to get this bracket off. Ugh. That motor removed off of there, I can take a look in here and see this part, and then this part. Oh, here it goes. A sweater got caught in there. Dang, dude. So we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll continue to inspect the inside here, looking for anything hard or sharp or whatever, and we'll remove that, whatever else might be in there, and see if we can't find a culprit. All right, ready to put it back together. Got this out and cleaned it up, ran it under the sink and got all the fuzzy bits out of it. It is clean as a whistle now. And it's important now to know how these things go back together. This goes on here like so and is keyed like that. And then this is also keyed. That goes in that hole right like there. And then this is a bit of a compression sleeve that goes on like that. So the order of parts is as such. If you have to force it, you're doing something wrong. Everything fits together like a glove. It'll go in here, and sure enough, this part is keyed to the only place that it makes sense for it to fit, right there. Could it go over there? Yeah, but it's gonna be sloppy. This only fits one spot, right there. All right, everything is lined up here like we showed. That key goes on the top. We can put this in here just kind of temporarily. We're gonna have to sort of cheat it out. Put it in like that. Now we're gonna line up the back of this like that. We can pull this bar out because we loosened it, right? We just need to line it up like that. Again, you know, you don't have to force anything. Now, before we put those screws in, check everything. Does the rack fit? Yep. Are there any wires pinched? No. Are we gonna be able to put this guy back in here without having to take the whole damn thing apart? Yep. All right. Do we have any leftover parts? Nope. All right. So remember these 2 long screws. Go back in like so, and I always want to do a little bit of a sanity check with just finger threading it on. You don't want to take the high horsepower DeWalt to the initial greeting. So we'll just get these 2 started here. And I'm gonna, again, I'm not gonna use a power tool. Next, we need to replace this little white bit. All right, you see that little metal tab on top there? That slides right up into there. And then we take this little plastic tab and we just put it right in the hole. Go in the hole. Like so. Nice. So now we have this back on, we can now replace these two little 8mm bolts. Again, start them with your fingers. And use your hand tool. It should just go in like it was meant to be. Shouldn't have to fight anything. Oh my gosh, that's so great. All right, I like it. Next, we'll replace this motor. Remember, this is the one that came out with just a little 90-degree turn. So we'll go 90 degrees this way. Make sure it feels good. And we'll turn it. Make sure not to clobber any wires or stretch any wires, and click. I like it. All right, so we still have this one. This actually is from the overflow tray cutoff deal that we'll install once we got the dishwasher back in place. All right, I think that's it. Oh, nope. Got one more thing. I did take this off. Oh, yeah. This is just to keep it from doing a bunch of stuff. We'll just install that. Yeah. And that's it. No leftover parts. And cleaning out this did not get rid of the sound. So I ordered a completely new assembly, $250 on Amazon, $220 or so. And it has, boy, it has a lot of stuff for that amount of money. It's got this motor and the big motor. It's got all the impeller and evacuation stuff, a new capacitor. I mean, it's this whole assembly that fits essentially right on there. But before I go through the trouble of replacing everything, there is just one more thing I wanted to check, and that's this. It seems like a high ratio, high torque motor, and you know what? It could be, the noise could be coming from in here. So we're going to take this off just before we take the whole assembly off to see if maybe the noise couldn't be coming from this guy. This is a T15 Torx. There seem to be 3 of these guys holding it together. Clean as a whistle. Not a thing in here. Still, could it be making noise? Yeah, it could be making noise. But anything could be making noise. I don't know. So I have this whole assembly. I'm going to put it on here. But I'm not throwing this old stuff away. I'm going to keep it. Because there's a really good chance that this giant motor, which is alone $200, the whole assembly is only $225 or something. I'm going to keep it around in case something else fails. And Lord only knows when they're going to stop making these parts, and it's going to be impossible to find, and you'll have to end up getting a whole new $1,000 dishwasher. So that's going to be the day's project. Get this off, put the new assembly on, cross our fingers, and hope that takes care of the problem. that. That's 4. Lift this up, you can remove the wood and the towel, please. All right, clear? Mm-hmm. So I think I have all the hoses put together. Have the discharge hose, got the various miscellaneous wires reconnected. Most importantly, I don't have any wires dangling except for the one that we already know about. It's the overflow tray float switch. That's supposed to shut everything off if water starts pouring out of the front of the dishwasher. Let's see, got that reconnected. I ended up just reusing the bracket that was on the original motor. The new motor assembly came with a new one, but I would have had to have removed this thermal sensor. So I've got it reconnected, got it reattached, no extra parts. Oh, right. These go inside because I have to put the filters back on in the inside of the basin. Okay. This is the extra that came off the bracket. It is supposed to be extra. Don't worry about it. That is way better. Yeah, the dishwasher's running. Can you hear it? And this is the wash cycle. Oh my gosh, that is so much more quiet. I mean, most of the noise now is just the mechanical water hitting the front door here. That's great. Very happy. Well worth it. And I didn't end up buying, you know, a $1,400 dishwasher. That might be the biggest win.